What are the creepy things that girls do that make you uncomfortable?
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Hot girls that assume that everything's okay just because they're hot. I once had a girl on a beach take one of my towels, and when I confronted her, she went into a pouty not even for me routine. No bitch, you don't get to steal Years ago I had the hot woman in my office try to convince me I should stop what I was doing, miss a deadline, and get fired because she needed help with what she was doing. She even repeated her request to me slowly, as if talking to a child, because she couldn't believe I'd put having money to buy food over helping her with her work. Yeah, I don't care if you're smoking hot. Give me back my towel now. NGL but older, middle-aged women saying, if only I were a bit younger used to seriously creep the fuck out Tammy point. I remember working at a factory once, when I was like 20, and us coworkers would joke with a teenager named Alex about how his line of women were eyeing him up all the time. It was jokes and all for us, but it's ultimately super fucking weird and creepy how it's just normalized. I used to work in an office where it was normal for engineers and handymen to come and go between jobs. One of them was particularly popular with the women as he was truly a lovely, friendly, helpful guy, in addition to being absolutely gorgeous, just stating the facts. Pretty much all the women in the office fancied him, and that's okay. Most women would talk about how lovely he was, and they hastily remind each other he was married. Still harmless in no. What bothered me was one particular, older woman, who would literally go to this guy and stroke his muscles and straight up molest him. She would joke the entire time about 00000, if only I was 30 years younger, and she would even make remarks like it's okay, it's only a joke, I'm old enough to be your grandma. Like she thought that made it okay to feel up this dude that hadn't even hit 30 yet. The poor man would attempt to laugh it off and basically kinda awkwardly let her do it, but you could tell he was not comfortable. It made my skin crawl. It was no different from watching an old guy feel up a young girl, yet for some reason no one seemed to see this woman as the fucking sex offender she was. I don't know what happened in the end because I stopped working there, but I seriously hope she was stopped. I used to valet cars at a hotel. One night a guest is coming back from partying downtown. She was a middle-aged woman who was visibly drunk. While she was waiting for her friend to get out, she began to talk to me. Right in the middle of speaking, she reached out and grabbed my chest. In a moment of shock, I backed away. Her friend saw what happened and profusely apologized while escorting her up to her room. It was once widely accepted, depending on how long ago it happened to you. For 90s Rodney Rabbit, there was one of these women in most workplaces. After expressing that it made me uncomfortable, and being told things like man up, and take it as a compliment, their behavior was basically validated. Guys used to just accept it was part of life back then, and realize that men couldn't be on the receiving end of sexual harassment. Thankfully that behavior won't get a pass these days. I was at a bar with a male friend. He is objectively attractive and very fit. This was in Florida, and it was a live jazz night. Like 6 women decided to descend on my friend. They were all 55 plus and grabbing him, talking about how sexy his muscles were, etc. I tried to help him fend them off, but they just wouldn't go away. At one point I ran some intervention, and they backed off. Then he went to the bathroom and 3 of them ambushed him. They kept trying to get him to leave with them, and he was like, I'm here with my friend, and they would say, we don't give a shit about your friend, that poor guy. He laughed it off, but you could see he was completely uncomfortable with it. Yeah, I've had this happen to me ever since I hit puberty. It has ranged from a single comment like that to full-on sexual harassment, where I'll actively avoid the person. Some women have noticed that they creep me out though and stopped. I never realized how often this has happened to me until I wrote comment lol. Usually at work, but a lot of times it would be an older relative of a girl I was dating, like our aunt or something. I remember when I was a waiter, I was taking care of an elderly couple, and the wife would not stop explicitly hitting on me right in front of her husband, who looked so fucking defeated awkward. Being creeped on is uncomfortable regardless of gender. Women who creep on men are just as creepy and predatory as men who creep on women. It's just that a combination of society turning more of a blind eye towards it, and the fact that men are generally much stronger than women. So a woman physically intimidating a guy is significantly more difficult, and we can often just leave. I'm 40 and a woman, and I feel so gross if I find a woman attractive who is more than 7 years younger than me. I have such conflicting feelings about Jodie Comer in Killing Eve. I play in a local pub band, and I've had women 20 to 40 years older than me come on stage and grope me pretty blatantly. The only thing keeping them from full on grabbing my crotch was having my guitar in the way. And everyone just laughed when I said it made me uncomfortable. It's like, I'm hiding a lot of thoughts in my head all the time that you don't have the right to sift through. Why would my phone be any different? I'm hiding my own personal shit because it's mine to share or not. What are you? The kind of person who reads other people's diaries without permission and then when they express offense ask, what are you hiding? Whatever the fuck I want to, Wendy Williams. I could be hiding what I ordered from Uber Eats and still be in the right to be pissed at you. Fuck off, you condescending, self-justifying ne'er-do-well. You're grasping for a reason why what you did wasn't wrong, when you could be apologizing. So let's skip the dance, and hear a God I'm sorry, and if you start it with, I'm sorry you feel, then I'm going to be sorry you feel my fucking fist in your mouth. Sounds like somebody could use a burrito. Not a guy, but a female friend of mine gets attached super quickly when she likes a guy. She texts them non-stop and gets really upset when they don't text back within a couple of hours. I've spent so much time listening to her complain about that and just think I would be creeped out by that behavior. I'm a girl, but I don't get this either. I don't really date anyway TBF, but I just can't see the appeal of being in constant communication with anyone. Like what do you even talk about? And how do you get anything done if you're always typing or reading another message? I'm too old for that shit now, but between ages 16 to 25 I had maybe 5 girlfriends and all of them tried to test me by sending some of their friends to try to seduce me. I think that is sick. Oh, that's flipping the script in a diabolical manner. Mine is similar but different. One girlfriend, long distance at the time as I had to move to a different city. Tried hard for days to check if I can fall for injurious messages on WhatsApp. Hate taking calls with a different number and name. Apparently she wanted to test my loyalty. And when I found out and confronted her she says we should break up because I'm making a big deal out of it. Like WTF. Took me a second to realize you meant you had 5 girlfriends over that time period and not, ick now, simultaneously. This might rub some people the wrong way, but the creepiest shadiest thing to me is how easily some women either fake or force pregnancies. I've been fake pregnanted 3 times in my life. Numerous of my guy friends have been through the same thing. No, I'm not talking about a woman thinking she may be pregnant. I'm talking the whole faking proof and everything. The amount of severe emotional trauma caused by faking something like that cannot be understated. I'm over here wondering who the heck would get rubbed the wrong way by this. Is this behavior not universally accepted as scummy? It's even worse if they actually get pregnant to get you to stay with them. Sharing very intimate and personal details about their romantic partner with their friends. I find that both creepy and disrespectful. Dude, I used to fucking hate meeting up with my ex's friends and trying to figure out which one of my secrets they're smiling to each other about. She never said bad shit about me, but in any relationship there's gonna be things I say or do that I don't want broadcast publicly. If I wanted your friends to know how I fucked, I would fuck your friends. It's weird how men get accused of locker room talk, but in my experience it's usually women who discuss their sex lives in detail with their friends. That's something I've noticed. Like, I might tell my friends vague shit, like we did it or something like that, but then literally every woman I dated, their friends know *EVERYTHING* about our sex lives. Yeah, I think the closest men come to sex is, did you fuck her? Yeah. Me and my mates never really talk about sex. When you wake up, and it's like 3 AM and they're just standing at the end of the bed staring at you completely blank-faced, not even blinking. Don't know why girls do this, but it's a little weird. I mean, also kind of hot, but also a little creepy. Get a carbon monoxide detector, mate. Why? Large exposure to carbon monoxide can cause extreme hallucinations.
Okay.
My wife once punched a woman in the face for grabbing her tits and saying, "Are those real?" Complete stranger she was, and people looked at my wife like she was the bad one. Talking with each other, looking at you, giggle and start talking with each other again. That's not creepy, that's just annoying. Not sure if you're joking, but sometimes it's because they are talking about him being cute. That just makes me depressed. Pretend to be a cat and then roar at me. Calling me daddy. Don't. It's fucking weird. I met up with someone once from Tinder and he asked me to call him that, and I just couldn't. So strange. The last thing I want during an intimate moment is to be reminded that sex can cause pregnancy. Reminds me of a friend of mine who, despite being 23, looked 14. We were having a laugh, discussing red flags, when she says, "Well, it's basically a red flag the moment I know a guy likes me, because now know he also likes kids." Back in high school, nothing seemed more suspicious than this. Taking their bra off without removing their top. That's just a mixture of magic and contortionism. Burn the witch. Advanced level, we can do it with long sleeves garments too. Though I will fully agree there is definitely witchcraft involved. Women blatantly just pressing their bodies against me in a sexual way. Really awkward to complain about it. No, I wasn't trying to rub my tits on you, I'm just leaning over you to get a better look at the screen. Do you have to do it every day, Courtney? I'm 8 years older than you, and it feels weird. Saying I love you after a month. Then telling me you stole a shirt so you could smell my scent when I wasn't around. Now if this chick I've been dating does that, it won't be creepy to me. Known her almost 2 years. But a month or less. I nope the fuck out of that relationship. How do I meet these kinds of girls? My GF literally used to like smelling my armpits to get my scent. Sometimes if she was horny she would lick the inside of my armpit and then want to fuck. It was a little odd, but I kinda liked it. Personally, you'll never smell a guy's armpit directly and definitely never lick it, but some dudes do smell real good, and not because of cologne/body products. Studies have shown that scent plays a bigger role in attraction for women. That just sounds like a fetish. Calling me baby isn't great. Or really anything like honey or sweetie or something. I don't know how common this is, but I just hate it, and it just makes me super uncomfortable for some reason. I don't hate all pet names or nicknames. In fact, I'm fond of some of them, but the ones I mentioned, especially baby, ain't it as they say. Unless it's by your grandma. I'll ask the guys. They said girls use tears to get sympathy and get away with just about anything. In college, I had this random really hot girl in my class fucking stare at me all the damn time. Well, except for when she was talking to other people. I didn't speak with her much, no interest in her, other than she was hot. I'm myself fat and autistic. Getting someone like her would be a fucking sensation for me, and laugh for her, so it wasn't like she found me attractive. But what do I know? I never asked her what it was about. Maybe she liked fat and clumsy dudes. But that unnerving sense of staring was just so creepy. I mean, you are welcome to glance at me, I don't judge you. But please, just ask me if you want to talk or fuck, please. Not that killer look in your eyes. Look me in the eyes. Tell me what you see. Perfect paradise. Tearing at the seams. I wish I could escape. If you ever been fucked by a female, it's real uncomfortable. Excuse me, my friend likes you. Activate virginity shield. Watching porn in public. Kid you not, when I found out a bunch of girl of my class were all be watching dicks bouncing around in our classroom during break, I'm sorry, but I like to keep my private stuff private, not exactly share it with others, but that might be just me. Engage the shields. They're getting too close. Fire the repulsors. No hit. Perform evasive maneuvers, hostile pilot locking.
Okay.
Are the repulsors farts?